I come in this bitch, running this bitch. All of my bitches 100 in here. All of my bitches gon' fuck with them niggas with hundreds of business and hundreds of spare. But me, I really don't fuck with these niggas and bitches, cause really my patience too thin. The older I get, I pay more. Hey, how y'all doing today? Grand rising, grand shining, and grand grinding, okay? Good morning, this is your girl Giselle the She Boss, and this is an episode of She Boss Talks, okay? So, if you haven't already, and this is your first time tuning in, thank you for joining me. Please go ahead and drop down below and hit that subscribe button, okay? Because we got some good stuff for you today. We're going to get right on into it, alright? So the title of this video is called Elevation Requires Separation. And this is something that is in reference to the 90-day self-help and self-check challenge too. So we're covering this topic basically just to talk about, you know, one of the steps or one of the things that you need to know and be prepared for during the self-help and self-check challenge. But also just, you know what I'm saying, in life period, like, because for some reason it seems as if elevation requires separation when you're trying to like level up or go to a new level, achieve new heights in your life that you haven't, you know, necessarily achieved before, or you're doing something new. A lot of times what happens is the people, you know, that are around you, they don't necessarily want to change with you, or they're not at a point in time in their life where that change is supposed to be taking place with them. You know, because everybody have their own time, and, you know, you have to trust other people's process just like you trust your own process, okay? So, the YouTube channel name is SHIIBOSSTALKZ, SHIIBOSSTALKZ. And if you're already subscribed to my YouTube channel, then definitely feel free to follow me on my social media sites, okay? So those links will be posted at the top and the bottom of this video. So, jumping right back into it, alright? Elevation requires separation. Why is that such an issue for people to separate? Because really what that's saying, if you have a problem with separating yourself from other people, that you really have a problem with being alone. And this is not an uncommon thing. A lot of people have a problem with being alone. It requires them to get to know thyself, you know. And a lot of people just aren't that great. They're not that great of a person to begin with. But if they had to take the time to get to know themselves, they'll, number one, have to at least admit that and or find it out and go through and experience it themselves. And that's another tough pill to swallow, all right? And I just want to say that I think a lot more people are a lot greater than they think they are. We have been, you know, programmed and designed to behave a certain way based on information that we have received. So a lot of times, you know, to no fault of our own, we fall into the routine of, you know, the same thing that's been happening since the beginning of time. But there are some of us that are aware or become aware or awakened, some people might say, to some of the subliminal indoctrinations that have been bestowed upon us, all right? And so if you are aware of these things, then you know that you can come up out of them and you don't have to do what is expected of you to have the same outcome that is expected of you, all right? So that's a good thing about this. You know what, I'm stopping at those. So, all right. Number one, like I said, separating will require you to be isolated, so to speak. And basically, you'll have to be by yourself, with yourself, getting to know yourself. You know, you have to really figure out that you ain't shit. You know, you got a lot of faults and flaws. You'll have to admit some imperfections. And looking at yourself and seeing those things is very difficult for some people for some reason. But let me tell you something. There's nothing better than being able to admit and own, you know what I'm saying, your faults, flaws, and all, because you have to understand that no one in this world is perfect. So if you understand that no one in this world is perfect, then it becomes a lot easier to accept the things about yourself that may not be favorable, you know what I'm saying, or may not be something that you necessarily like about yourself. But at the end of the day, once you identify that and you decide to admit that and be honest with yourself about that, then you can work to move forward and change that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stay the same person that you are. And that's the whole purpose of the 90-day self-help and self-check challenge. You know, it is to become the best version of yourself, but actually going through the process of doing it. All right. If you never start, you won't never get there. I can guarantee you that. It may take longer than you plan. It may be harder than you perceive. It may be tougher than you envision. But at the end of the day, all those things will still be worth it as well, because the journey is not only, the success is not only acquiring or achieving your goals. You know, it's also in the journey as well. So just know that on your, your journey, your road to success, you need to embrace all the goods and the bads, all right? The positives and the negatives, the successes and the triumphs, all right? The failures and the wins. You got to make sure that you understand all of these things are imperative into your learning process and your growth and your progress to your success. If you don't go through nothing, you won't have anything. You won't better yourself. You know, you cannot just stay comfortable and think that things are going to change for the better. Hold on. Yeah, so one thing about change is it's definitely going to be comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. And a lot of times the reason that we don't want to do anything to change is because we have gotten comfortable and complacent with our situation. And so, just understand that, like I said, a couple of things about separation and, or elevation requiring separation. You will have to be by yourself, and it will get a lot lonelier as you continue to elevate. Like, don't expect it'll get a lot lonelier before it gets a lot more fulfilling, you know what I'm saying, and comforting. What happens is once you reach a certain level of elevation and you start understanding who you are, you start vibing and things start working together in your favor, you will, your vibe will start attracting your tribe, okay? Yeah, forgive me, I'm trying to concentrate a little bit because the road's kind of wet. It just started raining out the blue. But I'm traveling as usual, so in any event, you just got to, like I said, understand that you got to go through it to get to it, all right? Nothing is better. The best part about success, like I said, is just experiencing it, going through it. And I'm just telling you what I know from experience. Once you get to a certain level, your vibe will start attracting your tribe. You'll no longer be lonely. You will start to attract people that are on the same page and on the same mind frame and, are trying to do the same things and have the same type of goals and dreams as you, are similar. The universe will work to start providing that for you. But not until you get some other things in order. Before you need to be worried about dealing with other people and even exposing your energy, allowing people to have access to your energy, you need to protect your energy at all costs. That's the reason that elevation requires separation. It's about your energy. It's not about the physical side of you. You get a bond with people physically, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to separate with them. A loved one, you feel like we're supposed to be connected and attached to them no matter what. But a lot of times these are the main people that will drain all the energy from you, okay? They're usually narcissists, or they have narcissist tendencies. Borderline narcissist. And if you're like me, an empathic person, you are the type of person that likes to heal others, make sure others are straight, care about others, you're compassionate about others, you know what I'm saying, well-being. And a lot of times people will see that you're that type of person and they'll take advantage of that. I have people that, you know what I'm saying, try to come around me, talk to me, you know what I'm saying, engage with me just to get free information out of me, because they know that if they talk to me long enough, I'll, you know what I'm saying, dispose information. But one thing people don't know about me is I don't divulge information that I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a calculated movement. I don't tell you anything that if it's important to me, or if it's a secret, if it's something that I'm not trying to I'm not telling you anything that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like is, I'm worried about you finding out, or you knowing. Because I'm okay with me. Yeah, a lot of times people think they're getting over on you because they think you're not aware of what they're doing. They think you're not aware of their taking the action. But when you got intuition, you don't need confirmation from people. And that's something that is, you know what I'm saying, divinely instilled in you, so to speak. It's just in you. If it's in you. But everybody don't have that spirit of discernment, so you got to be thankful for the separation along the way, because not only will, a lot of times it will have you in tune with yourself and who you are, it'll have you, or it'll help you to understand who the people around you are as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you take yourself out of the inner circle, or put it like this, a lot of times when you're dealing with people, you're dealing with the inside, you're dealing with the outside looking in. No. You're on the inside looking in. But when you're on the outside looking in, it's a different view. So you can see things differently. A lot of times that separation will allow you to see who that person is that you're really dealing with. But because you're so close up on that person, you're so closely bonded with that person, you can't necessarily tell who that person is. You can't see them from a certain viewpoint. Your perspective on that person is limited, because your vision of that person is limited. You start to back away from an object, you start to see the things that are around and surround that object as well, so you can see the picture a whole lot better. And it's not, now you're not just seeing the object, you start to learn about that object, or you start to learn what makes that object do something, or you learn that that object may not do anything. You know, you just start learning a lot about who and what you're dealing with when your vision is starting to, you know what I'm saying, become, I'm sorry, y'all. When your vision is starting to become versatile, so to speak. All right. So, y'all, I don't know who needed to hear this today. I apologize because I'm trying to drive and eat. I was a little bit hungry, but like I said, don't be afraid of the separation, because this is good for you. This is a part of the process that you have to trust. Trust that the universe will work to deliver the outcome for you that is necessary for you, and that will work in your favor, and that is in your best interest. Okay? Everything that you want, desire in your mind, and you question and you're trying to create, the universe will work to create that for you. Excuse me. As long as you stay focused and you stay assured that that's what you want. All right? So a lot of times it just comes to making up your mind, making a commitment, and then confirming it, or, you know what I'm saying, at least sticking to it, or going ahead and get started on it, and everything else will start to just fall in place. That's pretty much how it goes. All right? So, thank you all for joining me. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It is free. Stay tuned for the upcoming giveaways and more content like this. If you like this video, please comment down below if you have any input on that situation, or if you have a question about some of the ways that, you know, I was able to deal with separating from people. Because I know I've been going through this process myself, and I've been going through it for a while. It feels good now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, my life is so calm and peaceful. I don't deal with a lot of people, therefore I don't deal with a lot of bullshit. I limit the people I deal with, I limit the bullshit I deal with. Alright? And if that ain't what y'all want, y'all don't want to be doing that and entertaining that, then y'all need to stop entertaining the people that you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, the people that doing things or dealing with things that you don't want to have anything to do with, all right? You do not have to deal with anything you don't want to. You're choosing to deal with things that you don't want to. It's a difference, all right? So don't deal with it and then complain about it because you're choosing to do that, all right? So happy Boss Day. I hope everybody is, you know, safe and blessed and has a very prosperous day. As always, I speak nothing but infinite blessings and abundance on your life, your wealth, your health, your community, your existence, and your love. Go out today, encourage somebody, support somebody, motivate somebody, give somebody a hug, lend a helping ear or a helping hand. It will help you to receive blessings and abundance in return. It will also help to raise your frequency and vibes and the other person's as well, okay? Help does not always have to be monetary, y'all. We can help people by just, you know, listen to them, all right? Being compassionate, being understanding, being available, all right? That's love. So until next time, y'all, peace.